Virginia, the Attorney General's race is heated. What does it say, though, about the Democratic Party if a guy who joked about murdering a Republican wins? You'll remember J. Jones had a resurfaced text from 2022 where he jokes to a colleague about shooting then Virginia House Speaker Todd Gilbert. This comes as a new poll shows the majority of Americans expect political violence to increase. Joining us here at Dallas to host the Katie Miller podcast, and former Doge top aide, Katie Miller. Katie, it's great to see you in person.
I was nice to be in Dallas.
So, it does say something more than simply who voters might want to be Attorney General, but eventually James will forget or overlook J. Jones's past.
What it says tonight in the Virginia race is, are Virginians for decency, or are they so lost in partisanship and this Trump derangement center that they can't look beyond what is a candidate wishing the murder of 2 children? And what does that say about our country when you're normalizing murder, whether that is normalizing the United CEO's murder in New York, whether that's the presidential assassination attempts on President Trump, both in Delaware and Long Beach, or whether that's the murder of your dear friend Charlie Kirk. When you normalize something that is a heinous act, and you just wish that upon your opponents, that's a very sad state of our country that, as you mentioned, I think that political violence gets much worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I happen to agree. I think it's worse before it gets better. And it's something different than when we see a clip from a No Kings rally, somebody with blue hair suggesting that political violence is okay, than when a whole state of voters go to the ballot box and overlook clear endorsement of political violence. And speaking of those blue hairs at No Kings rallies, some of them actually run for office, some of them are actually political figures, and Haley McKnight is one such figure in the state of Montana. She's a city commissioner, a candidate for city commissioner, and she called Senator Tim Sheehan, and this is the voicemail she left for the U.S. Senator.
Hey, Joe, how's it going? Oh, thank you. I hope that you die as a three-legged dog. I hope that your children never forget you. I hope that you are like that person that you ever see on the street because life will make you regret it. I hope you die.
Okay, Tim Sheehan is a former Navy SEAL, so I don't know what Haley McKnight will do on the streets to Tim Sheehan, but I guarantee that she thinks she has the moral high ground.
I look forward to seeing that fight. I'd like to see Tim Sheehan take her on, that's for sure. But
some point we can always take a break and I can go to this piece. get it on camera.
That's the only old bar. That's the one. I wish they had a separate staircase to make our lives better.
Not the business area.
It is. Yeah. Thank you.
I just cheated one line off the back over there, and that's fine. Out in the lobby. When I was walking back from the car, I'm like, this is delicious. Right there.
This is plain or
Starbucks. I got a cappuccino. I was surprised when I ordered it like that. I could get that. I thought it was just going to be. Hey, you want some of these? Because I can't eat them. They're Twizzlers from Halloween because they have gluten in them. Okay.
Where are we?
I think North Brunswick. But just look at the Google Maps. Yeah. Easy. And that's the actual name of the hotel too. So.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think it's just a question of space. As you can see, there are a lot of folks who are doing set up. I don't know if they're going to whether collecting folks, but that to me is fine.
You moved it in an hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where were you thinking of going if this is good? Yeah, I think.
Sir, can we ask what you're doing here today?
Yeah, I think.
Well, I'm here for oh, what kind of car? Well, is it a tariff car?
It is a car that
Yeah, well, yeah, I think, well, right, and that's, that would be my his question, actually.
So, we're giving back to New Jersey in the form of sales tax. That's good. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Cheryl. I did early voting at Hackensack this morning.
Whose card is this big guy? Okay. I'm gonna move this. Can you start? Can you come with
Can
me?
we get in here, bro?
yeah.
Right there? Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
They said it's either there or one.
Yep. Thank you. She's starting. How you doing?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey. Nice to meet you.
You know where to go, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Harley's got
Hey,
you.
did you ever find internet? Ethernet? Is that all the way over there?
There's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but for the live view.
Yeah, I have the Wi-Fi.
But is there Ethernet or no?
Good to see you. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff. Jeff, I'm shooting still for N18G. Is that where you're here? I'm associated.
I didn't think she had it right.
Yeah.
That's all right. You're cool. What's that?
Matt.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Where am I going to be? Probably here, you guys. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, I'll take it. Now, if anyone comes over, we'll get it.
I don't know. I think that they thought it was like a friend on there.
Put an image of a lake.
4 things I want to keep plugged in, and I only got 3.
Okay, that would be great. You know, I'll be nicer to you. I got nothing else for you. I don't have carrot juice. Are you still doing carrot juice?
Of course I still drink carrot.
Okay. Of course I do. ticks. It's crazy, bro. But it's great now. Now it's great. Now there's no more of that. You just want to see my apple.
All right, guys, live at Lakewood, New Jersey. Who you with? Who you with?
So nice. Oh. And then fill that with soil, sod it, out here, and I'm going to be digging for soil out. So we've got soil out, shrubs on two sides, septic beds. It's been big, but I planted old across the stuff I moved out. It's been a lot. How about you?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello and welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go up to the podium now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Podium mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys all good? Cool. It's hot on which box? Which box are you plugged into? That middle box is line level. So if you're in the middle box, it's a line level box. If you're in one of the end boxes, those are mic level boxes. It's still overmodulating at line level? One, 2, 3, 4, is that better? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hello and welcome. Better? It's borderline. You could come down a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that better? Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello and welcome. Cool. If everyone sees audio, everybody's good.
Look at the sign I saw. What do you want me to do? How does that work? Like this? Up there?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be too small. Yeah, just right there.
But this is from this hot light.
Don't do that.
Well, I mean, that's why I turned it on.
34.
Not up on the bow. Up there? Yeah. Well, show light isn't on anymore. It was on before. No, not when the show light was up when they had the stand lights. It'd be nice to get them to turn it back on. Can I go ask?
Yeah. And can you go up there and hold up cards?
Big.
I got 34. What a deal. rather expensive piece of equipment. It's trusted in the other room by itself. No, but it's no chicken, so it's only like that. It's no chicken.
have cables if you need them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it. Thank you.
During intense discussions in the cabinet situation throughout their exhausting gallop of the 1976 campaign.
After serving as campaign manager for Ford's failed re-election, Cheney went
If everybody would please step out of the room for a few minutes or so. Once again, everybody please vacate the room.
In 1989, Cheney became Secretary of Defense. President George H.W. against Iraq. Saddam Hussein.
When war came, America was ready, and Secretary Cheney's leadership contributed enormously to the victory.
Cheney won elections in 1992. Clinton defeated President Bush.
I believe it's anybody without a pin.
Republican voice, choosing to stay in the private sector. In one of the most arduous and complicated elections ever, Bush and Cheney defeated over the Joe Lieberman. The U.S. Supreme Court days after the election ceased recounts in Florida.
You will always understand the pain of
I just have to go flush to the rail.
upon their place, this place.
Cheney's leadership was put to the test less than a year later. 9/11. Vice President Cheney was a key player in the White House's war on terror. Prisoner in post 9/11. Repeated warnings to war. Saddam Hussein ordered the launch of Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003.
6 in 10 Americans say they feel it was a mistake to go to war. What do you say to those people?
We were elected to do a job. And do what we think's right for the country.
The Bush White House had asserted that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, claimed many of those officials were later tracked, and the weapons were never found. Bush and Cheney
And then because my girls watch disease. I think kind of think it's their life during production. I know, it's sure. Is it weird? Victoria Justice seems a little crush line. It's fine. Ms. Louise, can you hear me clearly? Thank you. Jose, are we clear?
Clear.
Oh, on the cameras?
Do you want me to accidentally trip over the power cable? No one should be live streaming out of this room anyway. They're showing me right now. And the monitor is outside on the screen. Well, yeah, kill it for outside. All right, guys. I do have to. No, somebody just go outside and turn the TVs off. They shouldn't be live streaming out of this room to begin with. So, yes. Right? We discussed that, right? You should restand the budgets. We're all this actually. What? Oh, we know they're stopped.
tough, right? And that buys me like 2 hours. Yeah, but it's fine if he's
What's your prediction?
Well, don't move back yet. Let him get on the other side of you. You're not on the other side of him. Yeah, there we go. And then the other side of the leg. No, and then the other side of the leg. And then push it down and you'll be cool. Yeah.
There are a lot of two-wheelers who aren't sort of as enthused about tool themselves as much as they dislike Zohran Mamdani. So when we see such a huge change in terms of it does bode well for Mamdani. And so now you have a lot of analysts who are also sort of looking at the demographics of it. So in terms of early voting,
Miss Warren. Hi, Linda. I can't wait to stand next to your long legs. What's that? I can't wait to stand next to your long legs. I'll put my heels on. That's all right. I'll put my sneakers on. No, I'm not going to put heels on now. I saw you outside. I saw you too. I know. You were in front of me.
I would say it's looking way more.
Were you wearing a red jacket? I was. I left it outside. You know, I got it equal opportunity. Hey, do you know where the bathroom is, by the way?
Yeah, go right back out there,
Yeah.
immediately to your right.
Okay, yeah, I'm leaving this.
Sure.
All right, thank you. I'm leaving that here.
I'm getting you your mic set up.
We might be as early as 12. So I'm waiting to find out. I will make a call and run to the rest of the
Chivalry is not dead, Joseph. I take back everything everybody said about you.
I will, okay, yes, I have an extension to it. You can call us the camera.
Give me David's.
You can throw everything else in my cart back there. They would not do this.
The Associated Press, this is Election Night 2025. Live from Washington, here is Meg Kennard.
It's election night in the United States, the first major round of balloting since last year's presidential contest. And the key races up for grabs tonight, could forecast Americans' political feelings headed into next year's midterms. I'm Meg Kennard, here live at our Election Night Control Center in Washington, where AP's Decision Desk will call races across the country tonight, from governor's contests in key states to ballot measures, special congressional elections, and municipal races in some of America's biggest cities. We will have live images coming to you all night from AP journalists across the country, following candidates and their supporters as voting wraps up and the counting begins. Also throughout tonight's coverage, you'll be seeing 4 boxes on your screen with the live video coming in from our AP teams across the U.S. They will be showcasing the 3 top races we are covering, which you can see right now. In the upper right, you'll be seeing images coming in from the New York City mayor's race. In the lower right, the Virginia governor's race, and in the lower left, the New Jersey governor's race. We have 20 live cameras across the country covering you from the East Coast to the West Coast. And we will also be bringing you information on polls as they close across the states voting tonight, as well as AP race calls, as winners are declared by our decision team here in Washington. Joining me throughout our live coverage tonight is AP White House correspondent Zohran Mamdani. Zohran, hello.
Happy election night.
Happy election night to you. I always feel good if it's election night in America. You and I are right here.
Where else could we be?
Where else could we be? Let's take a look at the map of everything that's happening across the country tonight and kind of get our bearings. You can see now states highlighted in green. Those are where we're watching key races, and some of the first polls will be closing within the next half hour in Virginia and Georgia. In Georgia, that's where residents of Atlanta are electing a new mayor. So, Zohran, can you set the table for us briefly, just taking the big picture, the big look across the country, kind of what we're looking at tonight?
With such narrow House control, redistricting has kind of taken over this election. So let's start with California. Proposition 50, a Democratic push to redraw 5 districts that essentially strip them of being GOP seats. Democrats only need to gain 3 seats in the House in next year's midterms to take House control. Republicans obviously trying to hold on to it. They had already mounted their own redistricting battles across the country, including in Texas, which is kind of where it got off to a start. And Texas, by happenstance, has the only congressional race of the night, and that's a special election to replace Democrat Sylvester Turner, who passed away earlier this year.
Right. Okay. So a little bit of congressional mixed in with some of these other races that we're following. So now let's go specifically to the East Coast, and those are where some of the bigger contests that we're following tonight are happening. On your screen, you can take a look at this map. Those states highlighted in green, those are the gubernatorial race states of New Jersey and Virginia. That big red circle, that's New York City, which has tonight's marquee contest, that mayoral race. So thinking about these gubernatorial contests, particularly Zohran, just kind of remind us what's at stake tonight.
2 of them, New Jersey and Virginia, the only 2 states in the country that elect their governor of the year after a presidential race. And they have both been kind of a bellwether. After that first year of a presidential administration, they historically have voted in a governor of the opposite party that holds the White House. So a lot of attention, really more than usual, nationally has been paid to both of these races. You have Abigail Spanberger, who's a Democrat congresswoman from New Jersey, running against the Lieutenant Governor, Winsome Earls-Sears, who would become the first black female governor anywhere in America if she were to win. Either way, Virginia will get its first female governor. Then you look at New Jersey, Mikey Sherrill, another Democrat congresswoman, taking on someone Donald Trump has backed very heavily, Jack Ciattarelli. He's a state lawmaker. He had once come out against Trump. The president now strongly, just a few minutes ago, urging supporters to back him. This essentially becomes a referendum on what these first 9 months or so of the Trump administration have looked like to a lot of Americans.
Always interesting to get those first looks, and this being our first major round of elections since Donald Trump's return to the White House. So we're seeing it right there, and we'll be keeping a close look.
And he, of course, has had an outweighed presence in all of this.
Absolutely. Thank you, Zohran. We'll be diving more into all of those races tonight. We'll return you now to our live pictures from across the country, including right here in Washington, where we have a live look at our AP Washington newsroom. That's where our race callers will be hard at work tonight, analyzing voter data, and where we will be going live later for a conversation about AP's role on election night. As you can see otherwise on your screen, we continue to have live pictures from New York City campaign rally for Zohran Mamdani, as well as a shot from the Virginia governor's race and also Andrew Cuomo's campaign rally site there in New York City. We will be back to speak with some of the AP reporters on the ground covering that marquee contest tonight, the New York City mayor's race. Back soon.
Which way?
From the Associated Press, this is an Election Night 2025 update. Live from Washington, here is Meg Kennard.
Welcome back. You are now looking at live pictures from some of those top races that we are covering across the country, including the Virginia gubernatorial contest and the New York City mayoral race. That race is perhaps tonight's top contest, with three candidates vying to lead the nation's biggest city. This election has been full of ups and downs, from Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani's digitally focused campaign to the incumbent dropping out but remaining on ballots, and a former governor losing the Democratic primary and now running as an independent. I'm joined now by AP correspondent Philip Crowther, who is live tonight at the election night headquarters for Mamdani. Philip, it's great to have you with us. If you could start by just giving us a lay of the land and what you're seeing and hearing there on the ground in these closing hours, really, of this campaign.
Yeah, quiet here right now inside the ornate Paramount Theater in downtown Brooklyn. No members of the public, no supporters of Zohran Mamdani, the 34-year-old state assembly member, have arrived here yet. There are a lot of members of the media here, though. There is huge interest in this New York City mayoral race. We don't expect to see Zohran Mamdani for another few hours yet because, well, first of all, voting is still underway here in New York City until 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It began at 6 a.m. this morning, and all indications are that turnout is very high indeed. The latest numbers come to us from 6 p.m. local time here in New York City, from the New York City Board of Elections, that says that 1.7 million New Yorkers have cast their ballots so far. That's the largest number in a New York City mayoral race in the last 30 years. There was early voting also here in New York City that was very popular. Today, on this election day here in the city, we saw two of what is considered a three-horse race. Two candidates cast their ballots in the city today. That was, of course, Zohran Mamdani, the 34-year-old, very much considered the front runner in the latest polls over the last few weeks. He cast his ballot in the borough of Queens, and his closest competitor, who he beat, of course, in June in the Democratic Party primary, that's Andrew Cuomo, the former governor of the state of New York. He cast his ballot in Manhattan. There is one more candidate, that's Republican Curtis Lewa, in again what is considered a three-horse race to become mayor of New York City. As I mentioned, interest in this contest here in New York City is huge. We have seen this turn from not necessarily a local race, but certainly not a national one, into a race with national consequences and certainly national interest. And here tonight we are seeing international interest as well, with media members from around the world here in Brooklyn tonight. In fact, what we see here around us is more akin to a national primary contest or even a presidential candidates rally in terms of how many people we are seeing here tonight. It's a really big night for the Democratic Party, who will find out whether a Democratic socialist will become the next mayor of New York City. And from here, we will also be bringing you the analysis of how Democrats are doing in the other races in the country. You already mentioned the races for the governorship in Virginia and New Jersey, two of the most important races tonight on this election night.
Thank you so much, Philip. And you're right, we will be coming back to you later for more analysis in this and other contests. So thank you so much. Looking forward to that as well. Next up, we are going across the river to New Jersey, where the governor's race has at times been a bellwether for how voters are feeling about the party of the sitting president. AP correspondent Mike Sisak is live at an event where supporters of Jack Ciattarelli are gathering on this election night. Hey, Mike, it's really good to see you, too. Now, I'm hoping you can kind of do the same thing for us and give us a sense of how the closing days of this campaign have been going and what you're seeing there tonight on election night.
Good evening, Meg. Yeah, we are here at Jack Ciattarelli's headquarters in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Much like at the venue where Phil is, no supporters yet in the room. It's all media here gathered doing reports as we await the closing of polls at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But there are many supporters at this hotel gathered in the lobby. a festive mood as the last votes are cast. Jack Ciattarelli is the Republican candidate. He's facing off with Mikey Sherrill. This is an open election. Phil Murphy, the incumbent governor, is term limited. He's serving out the remainder of his second term and is not allowed to run again. So you have Jack Ciattarelli making his third attempt to become governor of New Jersey. He lost in a primary in 2017, and he lost to Phil Murphy by just 3 percentage points in 2021. And then you have Mikey Sherrill, who's a U.S. representative, member of Congress. She represents the suburbs in northern New Jersey. She's been in Congress since 2019, and she's even been talked about as a potential candidate down the road for the White House. But as you said, this is a potential bellwether referendum, not only on the president's party, the Republicans, but also on Democrats. In this race, in the last few days, President Donald Trump held a telephone town hall in support of Jack Ciattarelli. He called Ciattarelli a great candidate. And one of the key issues in this race is the cost of living, particularly the cost of energy. And Donald Trump said that Jack Ciattarelli, to him, is the best candidate, the best person he knows on energy that isn't involved in the energy field. And he also said, without citing any evidence, that Jack Ciattarelli will bring down energy prices for New Jersey homeowners by half, whereas he accuses Mikey Sherrill of potentially raising those prices by double. Now, Sherrill, she has proposed an emergency order, one of her first acts as governor, if she's elected, to freeze energy costs from being hiked. That is a critical issue in this race. And she's also focused on fighting Trump. So again, we go to that theme of a referendum on Donald Trump. One of the issues that she has seized upon is Trump's decision to freeze funding for the tunnel linking New Jersey and New York City, the Amtrak rail tunnel. So polls close at 8 o'clock in New Jersey, and we will be watching the votes here from Jack Ciattarelli's headquarters in Bridgewater.
Thank you so much, Mike. We will keep an eye on that and be back to you to get more information tonight, as well as keep our eyes peeled for those poll closings coming up, like you mentioned. The AP has played an important role in U.S. elections for nearly 180 years. With that in mind, we will return you now to our live look at AP's Washington, D.C. newsroom. This is where our decision desk is going to be making the calls that declare winners in tonight's elections. And in just a few moments, we'll be bringing you rare live access to that newsroom, where we'll learn more about what goes into these decisions from Sagar's conversation with Washington Bureau Chief Anna Johnson. After the break. See you in a moment.
From the Associated Press, this is an Election Night 2025 update. Live from Washington, here is Meg Kennard.
Welcome back. The Associated Press has long been known for our coverage of U.S. elections. Sagar is downstairs in our AP newsroom with Washington Bureau Chief Anna Johnson for a conversation about the role that AP plays in United States elections. Sagar, take it away.
Election night, obviously a big night on the calendar every year. It is the biggest night on the calendar here at AP Washington, and the person who knows best how to tell us exactly what goes on behind the scenes. How do these races get called? Anna, give us a sense of all this activity and what it'll be like for the next few hours.
Yeah, so we are in the Washington Bureau. This is where it all happens on election night. Behind me you see reporters, editors, producers, all working on the coverage of all of these races around the country. We also have our elections team, and what that means, we have our race analysts, our vote count team, and of course our decision team, they tally up the vote, they analyze the vote, and they will declare winners in these races tonight.
We always call this internally the AP's single biggest act of journalism. For a company that does incredible amounts of journalism every day, what is the scope of this and the tradition, and what does it mean to the AP and to everyone here to be able to pull this off, essentially?
Elections are just a fundamental part of the Associated Press. We've been calling races since 1848, so a really long time. And, it is one of those events that it truly is sort of the single largest act of journalism. The whole company gets involved in our elections coverage in some way, shape, or form. And so on election night, it's always a special place to be here in the Washington Bureau and to see and be part of all of this. Obviously, this is an off-year election, so it's a little smaller than what you might see in a midterms or presidential election when we're calling, 5,000 contested races. It's a bit more races this time around, but it's still just a huge part of who the AP is.
And this is not just for internal use. This is not what we're putting on the wire or on the radio or on TV. This is going out. What we call here is going out all over the place.
Absolutely. Obviously, it's on our platforms, but we have customers all over the United States and all over the world who depend on the Associated Press, on our coverage, and of course on those race calls. They really do. And so once the AP calls a race, you'll see that all over the world.
We've got poll closings coming up, so we will let you get back to it. Thank you so much, Anna.
Thank you.
A lot more votes to come in, a lot more races to call, and we will have it all for you later on after we get back to Meg Kennard.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you, Sagar. We will be utilizing and relying on information coming from that newsroom all night on this live stream, and we thank you so much for that. We will be back with you near the top of the next hour as polls start to close on the East Coast, and as we draw closer to some of tonight's first AP race calls. We'll return you now to live pictures across the country, including New York City and Virginia, where we have images coming into us now from Democrat Abigail Spanberger's campaign. Polls will be closing soon in Virginia, and we will be bringing you more information on that contest as this live stream continues. Back with you soon.
From the Associated Press, this is an Election Night 2025 update. Live from Washington, here is Meg Kennard.
Welcome back. We now have our first round of poll closings in tonight's elections. Voting has concluded in Virginia, where voters are selecting their next governor, and in Georgia, where there's a mayoral race tonight in Atlanta. We're not making calls in these races yet, but Sagar, I wanted to take a moment to kind of dive in with you a little bit on the candidates, particularly in this Virginia gubernatorial race. Remind us a little bit about their bios and how they've staked their campaigns this year.
There will be history made one way or the other. Virginia has never in its long history had a female governor. It will be one of these two candidates. You have Abigail Spanberger. She's 46. She's a sitting member of the House of Representatives. What's interesting about her is she has gotten away from what the Democratic Party has been pushing and focusing on, which is that progressive part of the party, the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez type folks. She's more of a centrist to the left, and that was what helped Democrats win the House in 2018. She is banking on that same approach, helping her win here. And Democrats are watching to see if that message resonates, if that's something after being beaten so badly a year ago, would that kind of approach, would that shift help them replicate that come the midterms? She has a very interesting resume. She was a CIA case officer. She used to go undercover overseas. Then she became a businesswoman. Then she ran for the House, where she has now served for 6 years before leaving to run this race. She had Barack Obama campaign with her over the weekend, the biggest name in Democratic politics. Right. Contrast that with Winsome Earl Sears, who is the sitting lieutenant governor, staunch conservative, backs Donald Trump. Donald Trump did not endorse her. Donald Trump did not say her name during a tele-rally for the GOP ticket.
Right, he's just said, I support Republicans.
I support, you should vote for the Republican candidate. He held a rally for them and never said her name. So that doesn't bode well from the perspective of a lot of Republican voters who say, oh, Donald Trump backs them, I'm going to back them too. So it'll be interesting to see whether that plays in. She has an interesting background as well. She was born in Jamaica, immigrated to the U.S. as a little kid, also served in the military. She was an electrician in the Marine Corps, then became a business owner, then started running for lower offices in Virginia. She's the only woman to have been elected statewide like that. She would become the first black female governor anywhere in America if she is able to pull off what at this point does not seem very likely based on some of the polling. Abigail Spanberger's all but written her off, but we'll have to see what happens there.
Certainly, now that polls are closed, maybe we'll start to see some of those results coming in, and then we'll get closer to those AP race calls from tonight. So thank you so much for that recap. We'll be back with you in the next half hour as more polls close in Charlotte as well as Cincinnati, which is holding a mayoral race of its own tonight. We will also keep watching live video from tonight's major races, including New York City, as you see on your screen with that top mayoral contest tonight. We're also going to bring you some live pictures from Houston, where voting is going to be wrapping up in the next couple of hours, but we are seeing some long lines outside this polling location that you see as folks are getting off work and stopping by their polling place to cast their votes. We'll be back with you soon.